And let's face it, any creative venture can be a challenge. I think most people can relate to feeling like you've got to be in the right place at the right time, knowing the right people in order to get anywhere. Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Cheryl, and this is a channel that's all about my adventures in making art, selling art, just trying to be a full-time artist. So today I want to talk a little bit about how sometimes our paths we might change paths. We might take a different road, go down a different path. In any creative journey, because we may find things that we enjoy a little more than what we thought we would originally enjoy, or perhaps we're getting frustrated, maybe feeling like we're not getting anywhere with what we're doing. So a lot of times we shift gears. Other times it's just a matter of needing to do something different in order to kind of distract yourself from the frustrations you may be feeling. And let's face it, any creative venture can be a challenge. I think most people can relate to feeling like you've got to be in the right place at the right time, knowing the right people in order to get anywhere. Now, obviously, skill plays an important role. Understanding your market, knowing who your collector is going to be, establishing a very recognizable brand and style and voice. All of those things are hugely important in reaching the level that you want to and becoming successful in being a full-time artist that actually is making a living at it. Now, I also want to say that I don't necessarily need to make a living out of it, although that's right now down the road. It would be nice to have a nest egg. So for me, although we can always use the extra, right now we need it for savings in order to make sure that when we both want to retire, that we've got some kind of a nest egg. So that's really what my goal is with my art. It's building up some kind of a financial security for the future, and something that I can continue doing on into very old age. That's my goal. But the reason that I'm sharing this today is that I'm kind of at a crossroads, realizing that as much as I love traditional fine art, I love it for the joy of the creativity. I have something in mind that I want to paint, or I see something beautiful and I think, wow, I'd love to do a painting of that. And that inspiration is always there. As I've said before, I enjoy people's responses to what I create. And so more than putting a value on it and trying to sell it, for me, it's what kind of response am I getting? Is this going to touch somebody's life? Is this going to make somebody think differently? Or is it going to, make some kind of impression on them? And that, I think, any kind of creative activity, that's what we're looking for. Whether you're a vocalist, a musician, an actor, whatever it is, you're looking for that feedback. Art's the same. Writing is the same. I mean, we can all have these lofty ideas that, well, I just create because I like to create. Of course. But it's just there's the cherry on top, so to speak, is sharing it with people and having them react or having it affect them in some way. Anyway, so for me, traditional fine art, has always been a part of what I enjoy doing. And so my paintings, whether it's acrylic, mixed media, or oil paintings, I'll always do that. I can give them away. I can donate them to charities. I can, do commission work. So there's a lot of ways that I can continue doing that traditional type of artwork. But I still feel like in order to, for me, what I have discovered is that whether it's my voice, my style, or just the people I'm trying to interact with, there doesn't seem to be much interest in my paintings. I don't feel like that's a fail. I haven't really pushed my marketing, to be honest. I haven't done any kind of advertising. I haven't paid for any advertising, let's put it that way. I've tried to do some marketing, but I've tried all of the ways that are free. So, I can't say that I have put everything into practice that I've been taught or that might make a difference. But I'm kind of at a point where I'm like, do I really want to spend all that money to sell a couple of paintings? And then, as far as collectors, it's a constant thing. I've got to go constantly find collectors. Do I really want to do that? So again, it's a matter of what your lifestyle is. My lifestyle is one that I have so many things that that need my attention every day, constantly, whether it's my son who's disabled, or my husband's business, or whatever it is, family issues, that those constant needs for attention from me are part of what bring me joy and purpose. So those are priorities. My painting is a creative escape and a joy for me to do. But do I really want to go into a full-time mode of desperately trying to get more collectors or trying to get people to buy my paintings? I think I would much rather find a way to use my creative drive to set something up that's more passive. So my website, of course, has, through Printable, has print-on-demand items. They're not really flying off the shelves. But I did want to share with you how my cards came out. So I'm going to real quick show you the result of those cards. So I received my greeting cards. So they have my artwork on them. So here's the peace card, the dove peace card. And inside I wrote, "May the holiday season and new year bring peace and goodwill to all." And on the back, it has my signature logo and my website. Pretty nice. It's shiny, thick paper, and it came like enclosed in its own envelope. And then I also ordered this one. And these are the collage pieces I did with the acrylic paint. And it says, "May the glowing light of the holiday season warm your heart and bring a smile to your face." And again with the logo and my website. And they came in their little individual envelopes. So these are the rest of them. I ordered half of one and half of the other. And they come with a cardboard insert to protect them, and they came packaged in a big cardboard envelope. So I'm pretty happy with the quality. I think maybe the artwork's a little darker on the card than in real life, but I still think that they look pretty presentable for holiday cards. And I really feel like the image quality is pretty close to the real thing, other than maybe a little bit darker in the color, but that could have been the image that I sent them to, or that I uploaded. Anyway, so there you have it. Ready for my holiday. It did take a few weeks to get them, so if anybody wants to order these on my website, just go to CherylAnnHunter.com and go to shop, and then there's a category for greeting cards, and you can see what I've got available. And I would suggest, if you really want to mail some out, buy them now, because it does take a few weeks to get them. Anyway, that's pretty cool. So my lifestyle and my personality, I'm kind of an impatient person. I'm the type that if something is not going as expected, I shift gears pretty quickly. I don't know that that's a flaw. It's not necessarily a positive trait, I guess. Well, it could be. I mean, it depends on how you look at it. I look at it as, at 64 years old, retired, pretty much a homemaker, which is something I've rarely been able to experience, raising 4 kids as a single mom, and careers and all of that in between. I've never really been, I don't think, home with no job to go to, nothing other than my son and my husband to really fuss over. This is a new experience and I'm really enjoying it. But I do find that I feel that as my highest calling right now. Art is just part of who I am. And so no matter what I do, art's always going to be there. It's always going to be a part of what I do. It's just not something that I necessarily have the drive to make into some big full-time demanding business. That being said, in reevaluating that focus, I've realized that I want painting to be for the joy of it, or for commissions, or for just ideas that come to me and I'm like, wow, I think so-and-so would really like this. I'm going to paint this, whatever. But I'm not interested in going out and buying large canvases anymore and trying to paint masterpieces that just sit in my sunroom and get dusty and full of cat hair. So I'm not interested in doing that right now. So what I've decided to do as far as the painting goes, I'm going to go back to just some small scale. So whether it's 8x10 canvas panels or wood panels, or really small, maybe 4x4 wood panels or 6x6 wood panels, whatever. I think I'm going to go into that and focus on developing my skill better. And I'm going to probably make more use of strictly acrylic paint, maybe mixed media, but I don't think I'm going to do oil paint for a while. And that's just because the kind of painting I enjoy doing, I feel like if I were going to be doing big canvas paintings, then oil would make sense, because I do see the difference between having that oil layer versus just the acrylic. However, I don't know, I just feel like I'm much happier and more apt to do a painting if it's just using acrylic paint, because as I said, with my lifestyle, constant interruptions, constant need to stop and go do something or whatever, acrylic is just easier to quickly clean up. And if I have to leave a layer to dry and then start back on it again, well, then I can do that. I know with oil I can do that as well, but just between the cleanup time and the just a lot of things that make it a little more challenging for me. So that's where I am at the moment with that. I really enjoy the multimedia. I enjoyed making the cards, my collage pieces where I painted over them, and I'll probably do some more of that. And those I might just try to, maybe I'll put them up for sale on my website, and then I'm going to price them in a way that someone like me can actually afford to buy it, because I want to share them with people. I don't expect to get rich on my paintings. I want to share them with people. And if I paint these giant paintings and price them at a value that makes sense for a fine artist, and no one that I know buys them, or no one's interested, and collectors aren't interested, then they're just sitting here taking up space. And that's no fun to me. So I'm shifting gears here. Now my printable that I'm hooked up with Printable, which is a print on demand service, and that's through my website. I have quite a few products, but I think I'm going to change that up pretty much. So by January, I'm changing focus on that. I feel like there are some fun products and some fun ideas that I can make use of with a different style, different type of artwork. So I'm going to kind of focus on that as far as selling on my website, selling through Printable. Printful. I keep saying Printable. Printful is who my website's hooked up with. So the other thing is, as far as generating that income for that nest egg that I'd like to add to, I'm going to go back to my books. I have several projects that I haven't finished that I want to finish, and then I have other ideas in the works. Some of them will need illustrating. So I will be going back to digital illustration in between my traditional art ventures, and focus on developing the characters I need to, getting the illustrations done for the books that I have going. And I will definitely be doing videos about that process. So this art channel is going to kind of expand into my illustrative world as well. I use Procreate on my iPad. I had a walk-up for a while. I couldn't take that wherever I wanted. So that's why I use my iPad and Procreate. It's not the most ideal for illustration, but it serves the purpose that I need it to serve. And it also has there's some other programs that are really fun as far as animation, and I'm going to try my hand at that. So I'm expanding into things. I shouldn't say expanding. I'm actually going back to doing some things that I was doing before that I took the course with Milan. Now, I learned a lot from Milan, and I really am grateful for having taken the course. And my painting I'm not going to stop painting, but I've realized that to try and fit myself into the mold that they kind of set you up for, it's just not working for me. So I'm going to move into a little bit of a different direction, but I'm going to take the things that I did learn and, of course, apply them to whatever I happen to get involved in art-wise, because I did learn a lot. So I think I bet there are a lot of you out there that can relate to how I'm feeling. I'm not sure what the success rate is, what the percentage is of people that actually make it to the big time, that end up selling a lot of large paintings, that end up making a living at just doing traditional art. I'm sure there's a big number of them. But I think that the majority of us who, even if we graduate from art school, the majority of us to go into fine art and get into find a niche that really sells, and you find collectors out there that love your work. It's a lot like my daughter trying to be a music artist. She's making money with her music, and I've talked about her before. She's making money with her music, but it's not signing a big record deal with a producer. She was trying to go that route. She wanted to be the next Beyonce. That's basically was her musical idol for years. But she since has seen what that looks like. She's realized that the life that goes with that is not necessarily what she wants. So she's shifted, and now she uses her vocal talent for other types of earning potential. And she's making a full-time living using her voice. So it hasn't happened in the way she originally thought or dreamed it would, but her perseverance and focus has led her to actually making a full-time living with her voice. So I feel the same way with mine. I want to settle into something that I really enjoy, and because I enjoy writing and art, creating the books is something that I really can enjoy. I can sink my teeth into that. And it can set me up for passive income. Again, it's like, it's kind of a shot in the dark too. You have to really market your books in order to get them in front of people. But I have my own publishing company, and I want to pay attention to that publishing company. And I can publish my art through that publishing company by doing calendars or illustrated journals or whatever. So there's a lot of opportunity for me. So I don't want anyone to get the impression that I'm giving up on my art. It's not that at all. I'm shifting gears into doing something that I enjoy doing, rather than focusing on something that becomes such hard work that I'm not enjoying it anymore, and that I'm stressed, or that I feel like a failure, or whatever the case is. So that's where I am right now with this. And I appreciate you coming along. I will be doing some videos starting probably in January. I'm going to be doing some special videos on the channel. Aside from just my vlog, like today, I'm going to try and focus on doing some like paint-alongs, but with, I'm not sure what to title this monthly video, but it's going to be basically pondering things about life, sort of a chat, me just kind of expressing thoughts about different things in life while I paint, and sharing what materials I'm using, and this will be basically for probably beginners, or even people that just enjoy it, or that just want to learn a different technique. So I think I'm going to just be doing a lot of those and my vlogs, and then as I develop my characters, I'll probably do more videos about my books and about how I create the characters. So anyway, thank you for being here today and for joining me on this, and I will keep you posted on what's next. So until next time, have a wonderful day. We'll talk to you again.